Так, добрались до Outer Worlds. Начинаем. Будем проходить на хардкоре, я думаю. Так, по настройкам. 2К запись. Будет Full HD. И настройки такого плана. Возможно, что-то будет в процессе еще корректироваться. Посмотрим. Так, начинаем. Угу. Ну, короче, типа а-ля Вегас. Спать только на корабле можно. Хранить игру тоже на корабле. Ну ладно, погнали.
Why stay earthbound when prosperity awaits you in the stars? Come to Halcyon, the only colony on the edge of the frontier, owned and operated by corporations. A trip of 10 short years will feel like mere minutes, thanks to the comfort and safety of your very own hibernation chamber. You'll wake up in a perfect society designed to maximize your productivity, with guaranteed full employment. With only a minor term of service, you will become the master of your own destiny when you go out of this world to the Halcyon colony.
Hundreds of thousands of colonists left to drift out here forever, just to keep from damaging the board's bottom line. Disgraceful.
Так. Распределить нужно очки навыка. Так, ну что? Сила, ловкость, привлекательность, проницательность. Ладно, твердость духа пока не будем тогда. Так, это уменьшим. Это увеличим и еще что-то увеличим. Да, вот так вот будем.
A gunslinger.
Значит, на это.
Oh, they're going to tell stories about you from here to Hephaestus.
Также. Так.
Look at that. A real scientist.
Так, пойдем.
I do have a lot of dirty test tubes.
Сильно запариваться. Какие-то кислотные все цвета. Брови как брови. Что-то первые самые нормальные. С пивом потянет. Пойдет. Ой. Разбираться будем по ходу дела, так сказать.
Looks to be your lucky day, my friend.
Please power down your engines and prepare to be...
Not likely, bootlickers. Initiate skip jump.
Так, и мы попали, по-моему, в левый борт, я так понял. Здесь правый двигатель исправен.
Shit.
Shit happens.
Ah, there you are. Wondering what's going on, eh? Bit of bad news there, I'm afraid. Your colony ship was inexplicably knocked out of skip space and forced to complete its journey at sublight speeds. This means that you and every other colonist on the Hope have been in suspended animation for 70 years, give or take. Normally, reviving someone after so long leads to some quite horrifying results. It's called explosive cell death, but it's really more of a liquefaction. Something wrong? Oh, yes, well, not to worry. I've pumped your body full of a special concoction I devised to keep you from dying so horrifically. Hopefully at all, but I guess we'll see, yes? Unfortunately, I used the last of my chemical supplies saving you. I know it's a lot to ask, but I must have your help securing more if we're to save the rest of your fellow colonists. I'd see it done myself, of course, but the board has a sizable bounty on my head. Now, my ship is inoperative, but I've managed to hire a smuggler to help you out. He'll be... Oh, I see we're in position. Good luck!
No. No. Короче, у него ничего на корабле нормально не работает. Remember the hope.
Can you hear me? Is this thing working? Ah, there you are. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the smuggler. His name is Hawthorne, and he should be waiting for you at the landing site. He's to be your chauffeur, so to speak. Not to worry, I'm told he's a specialist. Dashing gunslinger, one-of-a-kind ship, that sort of thing. You'll like him, I'm sure. I've also outfitted you with a simple wireless monitor, so I can track your progress. I'll check in with you as soon as you land. Good luck. All the colonists are counting on you.
Okay.
Should be close by. What in law's name? Is that him?
Shit.
Oh, that idiot. I told him to plant the beacon and move away, not stand there holding it. Oh well, no sense in letting his ship go to waste. Hawthorne won't mind you taking his ship. Better you than the board, huh? Not sure I trusted the fellow. Might have gone after the bounty on my head. Shame about the...
Карта.
Whole squashing thing. Nasty way to go.
Короче, здесь, я так понимаю, локации относительно небольшие. Так, что такое боеприпасы? О, энергетические. Броня. Расходники. Чилка. Остальное по нолям. Угу. Прикольные. Шланги такие. Костюмы гибернации. Тика присутствует. Так, еще дневник здесь у нас. Кодекс. Короче. Так, лишение сна. Нужно будет на корабль возвращаться. Спать и все такое. Хватит там его жрать. Ух ты, трава. Грубо говоря, становится прозрачной. Графика приятная.
Easy now. You've been frozen for a while. There's bound to be unforeseen side effects.
Ай. Блин. Ну ладно. Это типа такой вентилятор.
Hey, you, come here. You've tried the best now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh, law, that stings. Looks like the bleeding stopped. I owe you one. Hope you don't mind me omitting this little exchange from my report. Spacer's choice doesn't like us accepting outside help.
Что случилось?
We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take him. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right? Just barely scraped by with my life. Crawled in here and blocked off the exit with those canisters.
Что за мародеры?
Gibbering, flesh-eating, law-breaking, unemployed lunatics with guns. Some hullhead grounded their spacecraft out in the open. That's a real good way to attract marauders. See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out with a single shot. Not bad, huh? Yeah, okay. You look like you know your way around a gun. Got some spare ammo, not counting the bullet in my side. Here, you can have my saber too, for patching me up and all. All Spacer's choice weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Yes, nailed it that time. You hit your head or something? You're in Emerald Vale. We're a Spacer's Choice community. Edgewater's a little ways down. Prettiest place in the Vale. Be sure to stop by a provisioner's for a can of our famous salt tuna. The Hope? Is that some sort of fancy new drug? Are you with Auntie Cleo or something? Don't take this the wrong way or nothing, but I'm not allowed to fraternize with Cleo workers. Company policy.
Ладно. Так, что у тебя есть поживиться? Особо ничего нету, да?
Damn it, my ears! Oh, what just...
Меняем так. Так, состояние 99. Так, урон 36. Все, урон 20. Так. Дальность шума 25. Дальность поражения. Максимальная дальность 200. Окей.
Can you hear me? What in the hell? This...
Ну, этим мы пользоваться не будем. Я никогда в Fallout этим не пользовался, и здесь, соответственно, тоже. Чё там у тебя? О, каску какую-то взял. Угу. А, магниты используются для открытия. Я понял. Да? Это посох. Так, готовить ничего нельзя, я так понимаю, пока. По крайней мере. Так, что это такое? Просто космос. Урон в секунду 73, урон в секунду 54, зато разовый больше. Специальный эффект нокдаун. Специальный эффект кровотечения. А, нифига себе. Ладно, берем. Альфа, короче, будет. Ну а чё? 4, 3. Навыки технологии 5. Навыки незаметности 5. Ладно, чё? Ладно, пока так будем. Пока она у нас качество не ухудшится. Шлем так себе, честно. Жалко, визоры еще не реализованы. Так, что здесь есть? Стояп, ямба. Играем на хардкоре, поэтому... Эй-ей. Ой-ой-ой. Ты сучка. Шуба-шуба. Так, быстро. Блин, страшно, ё-моё. Неохота-то на первых сразу киснуть. Что-то они убежали куда-то сразу. Чуть не откисли. Так, еще один шлем. Разобрать. Мы будем, наверное, разбирать. Первым делом. Ладно, уж с саблей будем. Потом костюм шахтера. А, я понял, ладно, хорошо. Игра установлена на SSD, но сейчас были просадки из-за подгрузки. Еще раз. Интересно.
Hey! Get over here before you get yourself killed!
Да.
Don't know where you came from, stranger, but you best keep your head down. There's marauders hereabouts, and worse, landing violators. Gall on that rung leech. Landing in the Vale without using an official Spacer's Choice landing pad. I'd slap him with a fine if it weren't for all these marauders shambling about. You out of your mind? No way. Once we've dealt with these marauders, I'm hunting that sick freak down. I just, you know, need a couple of winks to catch my breath. Stretch my legs, son.
Натравим их на радеров.
You think? Most marauders can't even talk. But criminals do attract other criminals by their own nature. You know what? You're right. It's time we cross those marauders off, find whoever owns that ship, and file a full report. And it's gonna be fucking laminated.
Here we go.
I just earned a fine bonus.
Все, притом на меня согрелся. Засранец. Сиды. Красивые поставки для книг делают. Цапли часового. Чё, замочили? Что ты мне скажешь?
This is gonna take a lot of paperwork.
Да.
Marauders, deserters, illegal landing. What is this colony coming to?
Ну, разве это колебания вообще? Значительное колебание прицела. Ладно, пойдем на корабль.
Please be informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder. Unauthorized access of spacefaring vessels is a crime. Please submit yourself to the authorities. Hello, Marauder. I am Ada, the autonomous digital astrogator of this vessel. Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction. Gesture
Что
procedures
ты делаешь?
initiated. Disengage in airlocks. Prepare to reject all boarded parties in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to express disappointment. I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne. I deduce from the tone of your voice that Captain Hawthorne failed to meet you at the designated location.
Да, слегка.
I understand. I will require some time to process this information. Thank you for your patience and for your honesty. I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain Hawthorne. Do you understand? I understand. You are speaking metaphorically. You wandered outside this ship and experienced a permanent, life-changing encounter. The old you is dead. Welcome back, Captain Hawthorne. I extend felicitations and congratulations on your life-changing experience. Unfortunately,
ладно.
our engine is currently inoperable. Our main drive suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing. The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced. Astutely observed. However, the probability of locating a power regulator within a worker settlement falls within acceptable parameters of certainty. High-capacity power regulators are sometimes employed in the electrical networks of worker settlements. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new captain's identity cartridge. Please try not to lose it this time. This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable. Do you understand?
Да, я понял.
Best of luck in your search for a power regulator. Try to stay alive this time. The navigation console is offline at this time, Captain.
Хорошо. Так, ну чуть-чуть увеличим. Защиту. Да, продолжить. Так. Угу. Здоровья, кстати, мало на этом уровне сложности. То надо. Да. М, 725. Окей. Что тут есть? Так.
I suppose everything on the Unreliable belongs to you now, Captain. Help yourself.
Окей, окей.
No, really.
Детали для оружия. Обрез. %5 состояния. Очень хорошее. Так, это вот. Так. Хм. Так, как чинить? А, во, починить. Что значит работать? Чинить. Так. %100. Сколько у нас запчастей-то? Все потратил. Далее для брони еще есть. (14-12 урон в секунду). Угу. А, 14 по 12 дробинок, я так понимаю. Все, понял. Понял. Что это? Так, клюшка.
If your equipment is in need of repair or modification, the Crux 2000 workbench is at your disposal, Captain.
Хорошо.
Due to catastrophic power failure, all doors will
Запечатано.
remain on security lockdown. These are the crew's quarters. Alex preferred to travel alone, but he always had me.
Так. То что-нибудь пожрать-то есть? Так, чисто интересно. Еще неужто он... Блин, проработано.
Say, this wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it? Because you sure walked in it like it was your ship. And if this ship is yours, well, mister, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. Afraid we gotta dock your pay. Oh, I'm so sorry. I had no idea we had an inspector coming. If you'd like to
Солгали.
speak with my manager, I report to Constable Reyes in Edgewater. Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road east of here, over past the cemetery. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect the crime scene before I make my report.
Окей, окей. Так, что здесь у нас есть в округе-то? Так, у нас туда, соответственно, квест ведет. Тяжеловес. Я думаю, нам рано еще, наверное, туда. Что-то он косится на нас. Ой. Да, что-то я, наверное, пока... И мы не на легком уровне. Пока туда не полезем. Что такое? Продер задира. Шуба. Я думал, он, блин, бьет сильно этот дробовик, а он что-то вообще туда и не сюда, как говорится. Ай. Сейчас попробуем их на этих выманить. Вы где? Так. Вода. А пока нету воды. Углеводы. Воды. Блин, я в него в упор из дробовика всадил, ему и бы хны. Походу у них тоже восстанавливается здоровье. То не есть гуд. Эй. Оп-оп. Блин, по 2 походу. Это вообще бессмысленно. А если в голову? В упор. Посмотрим, какой дамаг пройдет. Ага. Мимо. И стволы, ничего с них не валится, к сожалению. Ладно, наверное, пока рано туда. Ай-яй. Ой, как мы удачно-то. Мы, по-моему, залипли. Да, нас заклинило, мы застряли в текстурах. Блин, не ту кнопку нажал. Нужно убрать эту кнопку. Так. Пока, короче, весь расстреляли. Нам, в принципе, сюда и надо было. Пять. Состояние 58. Короче, оружие не очень эффективно сабли, только еще более-менее. Короче, пока не будем лезть на рожон. Ни ресурсов, ничего нету.
Whoa, hey, where'd you come from?
Оттуда, оттуда.
Don't go ambling out in those hills. That's marauder territory, friend. Your pod? What are you on about? You take a bruise to the cranium? Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls. And low prices. Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. I'd shake your hand, but I've been hauling corpses. You don't want none of that on you. Name's Silas. Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family.
Кем мне надо поговорить по поводу регулятора?
Definitely not the junior in humor, that's for sure. If
Очевидно.
you've got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office. He's up in the tower above the cannery. Head into town, follow the road. Look, you obviously ain't a worker. What's your racket? You a smuggler? Freelancer?
Зависит от того, что нужно
Edgewater
сделать.
is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites, we rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see?
Вы заставляете платить.
Company policy. If it was up to me, I'd put the whole town 10 feet under, free of charge.
Почему сами
Quotas,
не можете?
mostly. Got a backlog of graves to fill. Bodies won't bury themselves, you know?
Ладно,
4
соберем.
workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little.
Чему особый?
He just is. Look, I don't want to get into it. Just make sure he pays up.
Искать.
Conrad's got a barbershop in town. Phyllis works at the cannery most hours. Abernathy... I ain't seen him in a few days. His domicile is near the cannery. You'll find him in town. All except Ludwig, that is. He's over by the landing pad. Yeah?
Должно быть дело
You
совсем
could look at
плохи.
it that way, I suppose. You could look at us and say, those Edgewater saps lost near every soul to plague. But you'd be wrong. We're survivors. Loyal company folk, brave in the wilds.
А не боитесь
Every
заболеть?
now and again, a virulent plague sweeps through our town. That's life on the frontier, I suppose. A body grows accustomed. Hang on, I'm doing some math in my head. 20, 30, carry the 1. All my life? Work's been real good to me.
Зачем считал?
Fresh air, exercise. Only problem's the paperwork. Can't get anybody to pay their gravesite fees.
Много
Former
народу уходит
people,
на
yeah.
мародеры.
Marauders been raiding my graves, you see. Hence the armed guards.
Что им нужно?
Oh no. They are after the most precious loot of all. Spacer's Choice Company property. If those marauders swipe any more bodies out of my cemetery, company's gonna duck my pay.
Окей, ладно, хрен с тобой. Чё, как дела?
Reed's working at the counter.
Текстура неба. Красивая. Что-то, блин, сплошное кладбище. Что есть, что здесь, что здесь. Как отдельная локация еще определена. Что тут? тут интересного есть? Ожерелье. Так, что-то разобрать. Разобрать. Хотя, наверное, нужно было продать. Блин, ладно. То денег-то совсем ни хрена нету. Что тут есть интересного? Да, нужно обходить чуть города. Так, это типа расширяться собирались. Дело не пошло. О. Избушка за городом. Крыто. Типа, я понимаю, лендинг-пада космопорта. Ладно, нам сюда пока не надо. Так, а какими патронами стреляет-то? Теми же легкими боеприпасами. Я понял. Как-то не очень логично, конечно. Мануха для идиотов. Ну, воровать мы, наверное, пока ничего не будем. О, против этого я, конечно, не могу удержаться. Чай. Блин, ведь охота же. Сразу мы его требим. Персонаж. Потребности. Напиток с кофеином. Потребностей никаких нету. Будем сильно воровать. Так. Задание. Ладно, сначала идем к шефу, а потом уже займемся решением моментов отдельных.
Spacers, keep your distance, friend. Sick house is no place for a traveler.
Барбершоп. Да.
Heard something outside the walls today.
Nothing for us outside those walls. You ought to know that.
Буфет просто космоса. Эти двери открываются. То есть куда можешь зайти? Ладно, все по порядку. Сначала к шефу, а потом уже смотрим.
I've got some time. Oh, I'm an actuary. That means I keep tabs on a worker's living expenses. How much it costs to feed, clothe, shelter, bury, and replace your average human worker. Technically, I'm employed by the Spacer's Choice Department of Human Resources.
Ладно, фиг с тобой. Еще здесь какая-то производственная линия. Да, типа того. Какое-то производство. Торговый автомат. Что это? Торговые автоматы. Продать. Что мы можем продать? 14 биткоинов. Биткоинов. Ну, понятно, к чему отсылка. 4 дамага. 4. Секунду, сколько? Ладно, продаем. Ага, фиг его продашь. Только купить можно, а продать ничего нельзя. Так понимаю. 50 битков. То есть броня средняя, большая, маленькая. Я понял. Пулеметы. На пулеметы нужно много патронов. Так. 50. Понял, что один патрон 2 битка что ли стоит? Или 52? Один. Окей, посмотрим. Продать, короче, ничего нельзя. Видно? Ладно. Ну да, один патрон. Так.
The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir. You asked why it's taking so long to fix. The answer's technical.
Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself. I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform.
Совершенно верно.
Shirt, pants, work boots, company-approved colors. The, honorable apparel of a loyal worker?
Думаю, у вас сложилось обо мне неверное
Yes,
впечатление.
so it dawns on me. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way. I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there.
О, явно они не обрадуются.
No, I do not imagine they will be pleased. But like a parent disciplining an unruly child, you will be doing them a kindness. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters. Former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home.
Почему?
Edgewater is struggling. We haven't hit our production quota in years. If we don't meet our quotas this year, the company might shut us down for good. I need those workers back at their stations. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
Как я узнаю?
Adelaide's older than the other deserters. She's dignified, kindly. From what I understand, her camp looks to her for leadership. That is not a hypothetical I enjoy entertaining. We need Adelaide back. Nonetheless, I will settle for the return of her followers. We belong to one community, the Spacer's Choice family. If we dissolve into factions, then we will all perish separately. Adelaide will understand that.
С этим не поспоришь. Окей.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
Конечно.
Great.
Почему бы нет?
I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Так, что у нее здесь? Дадим ей маску, как-никак броня. А если убрать? Какая текстура красивая. Прям вообще классно. Этот бамп этот. Отлично. Так, ну если я ей дал, то... Что, я снять не могу, что ли? Уже. Так, режим оборона. Здоровье мало у нее. Снять не могу. Круто. Если хочу, чтобы она без каски была. Очень интересно. Ну ладно.
Heading back. On my way. Okay, moving out. On my way.
А, чтобы она вернулась на предыдущую точку.
Okay.
Сюда. И вернуться.
Be right there.
Понятно. Теперь можно 2 шага. Так, X не работает. Не знаю, что это такое. Меня. Так, еще раз. Персонаж, снаряжение. Я у себя могу снять. Ой. Вот это косяк, походу. Либо это баг. Странно. Ну. Так, ключа нету. Ладно, займемся этими решением вот этих дел. Сюда. Так, а патроны-то тебе не нужны? Или что? Бесконечные патроны, я так понимаю. Размер магазина 14, легкие. Легкий пистолет просто космоса. Что там такое? Слабее. Рейн 2, я понял.
Hey, mister, can we talk? Sorry.
Да, можем.
Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale. Oh, he ain't a liar. He believes every word he says. It's just, he doesn't always get where other folk are talking from. To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left. Miss McDevitt? Oh, gosh, no. She was a real important person. A flavorist. Made all the food taste decent. She used to work up in the big office with Mr. Thompson. Alls I know is she left after her son died. It was a real big to-do. I could hear them both yelling clear from my own place. Can't say as I know. I wasn't there. The sound carried, but not the words. If Mr. Thompson ain't of a mind to tell you his own self, you'd best ask Miss McDevitt, if you can get out to her. I don't know anybody well. I mostly listened to them talk, kept my head down. There was a boy named Thomas who used to follow me around, asking questions about the stuff I fixed. He was real sweet to me. Not any sort of dissident. Life's hard here, especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about.
Здесь называется
Mr.
просто
Thompson's
космос,
aiming to take
по-английски
away their
звучит
power.
как Spaces
They'll have no lights to
Choice.
see nor
Выбор
heat to cook. They'll
космонавтов.
be at the mercy of marauders or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is.
Точнее, выбор космоса.
About if what Mr. Thompson proposes to do is upright. Leaving Miss McDevitt's folk to their fate. Their neighbors. Kin. And maybe he can think of something else to try. Something we ain't. He used to go walking outside town. Maybe he found something that'll help. It's just an idea. That's all.
Окей, где мы?
The mission's on the east side of town. You can't miss it. On account of it being the only clean thing.
Окей, ладно, погнали.
Thanks, mister. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
Из консервы, я так понимаю, да? Так, что здесь?
You the new worker? Whatever. Make it quick, Tenderfoot. I'm busy. Foreman Granger. Mind those words don't come out of your mouth unless preceded by yes or right away or thank you.
Так, давай бабки.
Silas still on about that. Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment.
Окей.
Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill. If you're not familiar with board law, you ought to be. Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me. Shame, though. Eugene was a good worker. Woke up one morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't imagine why. The kid was doing all right at his desk. We all thought he was an upstanding receptionist. Just between the two of us, I'm pretty shocked his weapon didn't misfire. Spacer's Choice handguns aren't the most reliable. Not half as awful as the bill Eugene left us with. Suicide's a crime. The legal term is irreparable damage to company property. What Eugene did to himself was vandalism. When one of your workers commits a crime, the entire town pays for it. In other words, Edgewater would have been penalized pretty hard. Whatever Eugene was worth as an asset, we would have had to pay out of pocket to Spacer's Choice. Look around. Edgewater ain't exactly swimming in luxury. We can't afford to pay the body price of a suicide. All I know is Silas asked me for Eugene's gravesite fees, which means he was approved for burial, which means his papers went through, which means the town's in the clear. I'm just glad to put this whole ugly affair behind me. Eugene can rest his bones in peace, and the rest of us can get on with our own lives.
Да. Какие-то гипертрофированные потребности, если честно. Учитывая, что они сами просто пойти и докопать там, если нужно. Элитная пехотная броня. 15, уровень 5. Блин, так охота ее взять. Хочу. хочу ее взять. На себя. Я уж испугался. Тут за мной прибежали. Тело не прорисовано. Еще фантом бегает.
Yes, Mr. Thompson. I'm fine, Mr. Thompson. Never been healthier. Whoa, did Mr. Thompson send you? Well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early tomorrow. Because I'm definitely not plagued. As spry as a spring chicken. That's old Abernathy.
Выглядишь хреново.
You some sort of wandering alienist? Walking into a man's own domicile, pestering him about his mental state? You don't know that. I could have been saying anything. Maybe I said vague. You know how words sound a mite strange when you're sick. Wait, no. Oh, damn it. Okay, listen. Maybe I am feeling a little under the weather, but I swear I'm on the mend. Please, don't tell the constable. And become the town pariah? I'm already the oldest worker in town. I don't need to give him another reason to avoid me. Hey, you're hale and healthy and possibly for hire, ain't you? Do a good turn for an expiring old man? Couple hours out of your day and some light second story work, that's all. There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff. Stronger than what we got, anyway. I need you to break in, nab that medicine, and bring it back to me. You oblige me with your haste. I think I feel the plague spreading. Oh, Law, it's in my spleen now. I can feel it. Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay up. He knows. Look, I got my gravesite fees right here. See? I'm good for my word. Get me that medicine, and I'll see to your payment. I know that, but I got nobody else to turn to. Reed would have wrote me up. Constable would have locked me up and wrote me up. Could have gone to see the good vicar, but I never did find my courage.
Okay.
You're making a mistake working for Abernathy.
Что ты хочешь сказать?
Excuse me. I'm Esther Blaine, Spacer's Choice Actuary. I overheard your talk with Abernathy. I hope you're not thinking about getting him that medicine. Abernathy is a well-known hypochondriac. Anthracillin is wasted on him. You're better off selling it to me instead. All I'm saying is Abernathy's worked in this town longer than some of us been alive. How do I put this gently? He's got a lot of cobwebs up in his attic.
Ты хочешь себе его прихватизировать.
I probably shouldn't tell you. Don't want you implicated for what I'm trying to do. All right, here's a summary. A lot of sick people in this town, and we don't have the medicine to treat them all. Can't reach out to corporate without crossing a river of red tape, so I'm reaching out to you.
Плевать на вас, короче, мне чисто бабки нужны.
I'm paid better than Abernathy. Whatever he's giving you, I will do you one better.
Я подумаю.
That's all I can ask of you.
Ну, ты мне не нравишься. Так, что там нужно? В общественном центре мировое. Где? А.
Oh, I cut my own hair. But Conrad sells real good disinfectant.
Please don't touch anything. Your hands are probably crawling with germs. Physical hygiene recapitulates moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness. No, thank you. That's quite all right. I've seen enough body parts in my line of work. I'm Conrad. You will report to me if your hair fails to meet Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards. You will also report to me in the event of your death, whereupon I will clean and prepare your remains for interment. Ah, gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions.
Не понял.
I mean that I can't possibly pay my gravesite fees. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch.
Да. Не плевать, если честно.
Thank you, no. I despise the cereals. Tell Silas I can't afford to pay, and that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies. Some time ago, I fell ill with the plague. By the grace of the law, and through my own hard work, I'd proven worthy of treatment. Frankly, I don't imagine I'll earn that right a second time. The barber work hasn't been profitable, you see. I've had to keep this old place running with my own savings. Not a bad idea. But I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers. No, that won't do. Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggestions. Much obliged.
Блин, что-то я не договорил. Блин, не ту кнопку нажал опять, ёшка.
What can I do for you?
Папки давай.
Oh? Am I in the company of a fellow doctor?
В широком понимании.
I am a Spacer's Choice certified surgeon. And if you must know, I can stitch a severed thumb with a 58% chance of avoiding gangrene. Go ahead. The plague's come at us with a vengeance this year. Lost 6 workers in as many months. I wouldn't call them good workers, mind you. If they were any good, they'd have been treated. Still, it is a shame. Fever, chills, fatigue, aching, vomiting, an excess of phlegm, a tendency towards belly aching. Company policy, friend. We don't have enough medicine to treat all of us, so we treat the best among us.
Кто это придумал?
Mr. Thompson's brainchild. Have you met him yet? Thoughtful-looking fellow, stares out of his office most hours. Edgewater has been good to me. I consider myself privileged to work here. I am never wanting for work, not since the plague started. As the good vicar says, work fortifies the spirit of a man. If you want to feel exhausted, try not having any work.
Ну, блин. Сказал, что я там сильно как-то стал. Потребности, слабость. Навыки. Фига себе, скрытность. Брони так. Пехота. Плотная броня. Короче, они постоянно уменьшаются. Так, кем-то там еще нужно. Так, а что такое? Еще что ли с тобой?
What can I do?
Ладно, хрен с тобой. Так. Нужно с каким-то викарием еще поговорить, да? Так, что за викарии? Хочу поболтать. Так, это на выход. Лотуна, Кеннери, Пейсерс. А, выбор космонавтов все-таки переводится. Так, это здесь. Так, а нам нужно карием. Чего нету? Так, где этот викарий находится? Я чуть не понял.
Yeah, huh? That's on account of how I never met her. She was in another division of the Spacer's Choice family. She worked in the Vale a few months, sorting the cannery computers. Her contract said any kids she had, expected or not, belonged to her office from the time of conception. So when I was born, I got sent here.
Рабы.
Well, I don't know about normal. Dad said she worked under some kind of special contract. It's sensible. Dad just fixed machines. She did some kind of crazy math, high-level stuff. Better to raise me on his time than hers.
Хорошо, поговорим позже. Так, что такое? что-то нашли. Так, где-то
Sorry,
он здесь
I'll
этот
just be a
викарий
minute.
есть.
You had a minute. Next one comes out of your pay.
Пойдем по кругу.
Hey, you hear about Wilson?
Heard Marauders got it.
This is where the magic happens. Well, science. But it still happens.
Для производства роботов, я так понимаю, да?
Hey, that's... I mean, if you need it, okay.
А, типа твои шмотки, я так понимаю. Ой-ой-ой. Нет, конечно, у меня такого нет количества. Это типа не мое. Все, я понял. Так, что-то у нас 100%. Патронов нет пока. Констебль. Пехотинец. Хорошо проработана анимация, плюс они так входят интересно. Так, как в Fallout. Криво. Стоят, буксуют об тебя.
I've been feeling pretty low these days.
Don't let the boss catch you saying that.
We don't get a lot of visitors.
Да, да. Так, где этот самый находится-то, блин? Викарий. Че нет? Что-то это здание. А, вот она. Церковь. Магазин. General Store. Ладно, сейчас к викарию зайдем.
I've always felt weird in here. It's too...
Work fortifies the spirit. Talking to the good vicar always lifts up my spirits.
Вот он, я так понимаю. Да.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar DeSoto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling? This season's tossball predictions? The quickest way out of town? I've never seen you before, and there's been no paperwork indicating a transfer. Half the time it's wrong, but a new worker without paperwork? Unheard of. Also, you lack the distinctive worker gaze. Usually either a deadening behind the eyes, or in some rare cases, a wild-eyed frenzy, like a trapped animal. pretty universal here. Except for Ms. Holcomb, who, for some reason, doesn't seem to have much to say to me. Isn't that right?
It's just... there's more to it all than numbers. Sorry.
I'm simply bemoaning the level of spiritual awareness in this town. Yes, but there are few who hear me in this miserable place. I must double my efforts to elevate my flock. These are good, hard-working people here. Yes, and thank you for pointing it out. It is wrong of me to succumb to distress. This place could be so much more, and I will continue in my quest to make it so. They who are not satisfied with their work are satisfied with nothing. No? How about, work fortifies the spirit. True exhaustion awaits idle hands. The OSI teaches that the Grand Architect set a perfect system in motion at the beginning of time. Contentment is found by accepting one's role in that grand plan. The Order of Scientific Inquiry, also known as scientism to the layperson. Mock me all you want. I know my beliefs to be true. You don't talk to the Grand Architect. Once the universe was set in motion, it stepped back. It has no concern for us. We will eventually decode the plan and all its intricacies. Once we are able to deduce the properties of every particle in the universe and its trajectory, we will know everything. The future, the past, each person's place within the plan, all will be laid out before us, removing struggle and bringing peace. No one will ever need question their path again. Some even believe this ultimate knowledge will unlock mankind's true potential, and we will all become akin to Grand Architects ourselves, after a fashion. I would love to discuss the finer points of my religion with you. Oh, wait. No, I wouldn't. Seriously, though, to truly understand the metaphysics involved takes years of study and contemplation.
What? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do? Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk. They rejected the order of society and live beyond the walls so thoughtfully provided by our Spacer's Choice patrons. Does that strike you as a responsible life choice? Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold. Not if things are left to stand as they are. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume. One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book. It's a handwritten journal, a faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious? Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
Так, есть спать и пить хочу. Отлично. Ладно, погнали. Так,
Something
пить
got you down?
захотелось.
Nothing. Just don't want to fall sick.
Блин, а где вот воду брать? Что-то она дорого стоит уже. Я.
You're not a big drinker, are you?
Just... Sorry, I got a lot to do.
О, двояка.
Never seen you here before. You a visitor? Welcome. On behalf of the Spacer's Choice family, let me welcome you to, where am I again? Edgewater, jewel of the Vale. May the law bless our beloved cannery with 100 years of, what's it called? Productivity. That's the one. Yep, that's us. Productive. I am in no condition to do any work. Not so long as my injuries trouble me. Yep. Got my mid stuck in a rotor wheel. Shredded my wrist up real good. Conrad went and sewed up my hand, but I couldn't do much about the pain. Boss was real generous to me, though. Got myself a 5% discount on Zero G Brew. After the second bottle, the only pain I feel is emotional. Hey, Conrad's a surgeon. Well, he's a barber. That's like surgery, but for your hair.
То верно. Но воровать не сильно будет хорошо.
Only the part that said
Так, воды попить нельзя. Закрыто.
I don't know you. Uh-huh. The Unreliable, you say? Never heard of any company supply ship with that particular name. I don't know what you're about, but this here's a Spacer's Choice drinking establishment. We're all loyal, hard-working company folk here. You really think so? That's kind of you. I've been trying to keep the floors clean. You got no idea how long it takes to scrub the tiles. Guess I misreckoned you. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to be curt. We just got some problems lately. I can get you a drink if you'd like. Gotta ask you to enjoy your beverage within the premises, though. Can't risk you bringing a drink over to those deserters. You understand. Coming right up.
Хрена себе, 40 битков стоит вода. Всем что ли охренели? Ладно. Ну да, цены, конечно.
Oh, I almost forgot. I'm contractually obligated to recite company slogans to any visitors. Plague got you feeling woozy? Get yourself boozy with Spacer's Choice. Go ahead. The Hope? No, I've never mixed a drink by that name. I could get you a rum and something if you like. Wait, no, never mind. We're all out of something. You feeling a bit flushed? Look, why don't you go set yourself down in the corner before you get all tangle-footed? Then pretend you're drunk. Sober folk don't talk the way you are. Not unless they're looking for a trip to Tartarus. The Hope's folklore, all right? 60, 70-year-old folklore by now. The board don't approve of spreading seditious rumors and falsehoods. You're inviting trouble talking that way, and I don't want a part of it. Look, either shut your gob or stick a drink in it. We're done talking about this. Coming right up.
Если бы бесплатно налево, тогда можно было еще подумать. Окей. Так, у нас там уже можно поднять навыки. Давай-ка мы чуть. О, боеприпасы. Отлично. Шипись. Вообще пойдет.
Okay, keep him quiet.
Take him down!
Что, заметили, что ли?
I just earned a fine bonus.
Я уже думал, это за мной опять.
I appreciate the company and all, but you really ought to leave. You don't want to be seen around me.
Что такое? Почему?
Because I'm sick. You don't want to associate with people in the sick house. We're not worth your time. I'm in about as much trouble as I can be. No reason you ought to be tarnished by association. People are gonna talk.
Да мне плевать.
I don't know which company you work for, but if it's Spacer's choice, boss can still write you up for fraternizing with an incompetent worker. Maybe you don't know this, but there's a real simple reason you don't talk to the plagued. You don't want what we've got. Don't. Please. I could get into a lot of trouble. People trouble. Lazy worker like me getting special treatment from some out-of-town physiker like you. People will talk. Company always tells us, weak spirits lead to weak bodies. If I didn't want to fall sick with plague, maybe I should have worked harder. Maybe I should have taken more pride in my work. I really wish you wouldn't say those sorts of things. I told you once already. People could be listening. I'm feeling a touch faint. If you don't mind, I'd like to be alone for a spell.
Ладно. Лучше, наверное, на корабль вернуться поспать. Ну ладно, еще туда сходим.
Miss Parvati. Lovely to see you about, Miss Parvati.
Things going all right, Silas?
Been keeping him careful and true, miss.
О чем это ты?
Best to ask her yourself.
My dad's buried here. Silas watches over him when I can't leave the house.
Зачем за ней присматривать? Что с ней может случиться?
Something I can do for you? You run into any trouble? Conrad's barbershop is a yawning pit that swallows his every bit. I keep telling him he should cut a few corners. Skimp out on the disinfectant. You gotta put the squeeze on Conrad. Find some dirt on him. Maybe check his back room. That's the word, extortion. Been on the tip of my tongue all day.
Окей, я посмотрю. Так, что здесь у нас? Тельцо. Двигай. Здесь дорога.
When I was little, we'd get freighters in every Sunday noon. Now they only come but once a month.
Раз в месяц тоже нормально.
Thank the law. I've been requisitioning backup for months. Guess the boss finally came to his senses. You ever swung a truncheon? Let me see your rifling stance. I want to make sure you're up to snuff. The war! The coming apocalypse! Man versus machine! I'm talking about mechanical soldier. Cold, heartless automatons made of iron and lies. Just my luck. I ask for backup and the boss sends me one of them simple folk. All right. Listen real close. Auto-mechanicals. Creatures forged in the fires of malevolence. I seen them over by the old power plant. Clattering about. Firing at the birds. Orchestrating their uprising. When the swarms of mechanicals come clanging on over that hill, where will you be? Cowering beneath your cot? Or standing, shoulder to shoulder with the resistance? I told Silas I'd pay my dues if he agreed to join the resistance. Guess this means he's finally heard the calling. Mechanical repellent! A stroke of inspiration from the law itself. Here, I've been saving up a couple bits for just such a project. I've been gathering up a war chest over the years. Saw tuna cans, mostly, some Spacer's chaw, few bit cards. I'll reward you for your aid. Enlistment fees. Yeah, I suppose. Wouldn't want to give the Resistance a bad name. They have sent a scout, prowling around the junkyard just behind our beloved town. This scout must not be permitted to return to its base of operations. Cross it off, then report back.
Okay.
Mechanical's got a weak spot in their midsections. I think the technical term is, the blue glowy square thing. Go on. You ever seen the way a mechanical just stands there? just looking at you, scanning you with its murderous oculars. Mechanicals have been programmed to eliminate the human race. They've been programmed to replace us. First, they will rob us of our jobs. And once they have taken away our livelihoods, they will take away our very lives.
Так, у тебя что-нибудь есть интересно? Подержать. Посмотреть. Торговца. Понятно. Так, что нужно, наверное, попить водички. Угу, прибавилось. Справа где-то. Броню вешается. Я понял. Но он не агрессивный вроде.
Searching for repair bay. Error. Navigation systems failed. Unable to comply.
I could probably fix that. I mean, if you wanted me to.
Да, я не против. Давай.
Yep, I see the problem. His nav mod got dislodged. Must have taken a tumble. Just gotta give it a good push and wait for the click. There we go. Jeremy's good as new. Well, new by Spacer's Choice standards anyhow. His name's Jeremy, by the by.
Navigation systems operational. Optimal path toward repair bay detected. Initiating self-diagnostics.
On account of I fixed him. And he's Jeremy on account of his helmet. It's like Jeremy, the officer in True Romantic Tales of the Space Guard. Hebs Shirley. I make a point to watch every Tuesday night. Be more careful out there, Jeremy.
Self-diagnostics initiated. Please do not disturb.
Я понял. Что здесь есть? Вода нужна. Чё такая берлога? Где твой боевой дрон? Картриджи с битками. Ладно, чё пойти? С этим поболтать надо, прочком. Чё там за крики? Короче, против легкой живности нормально работает. Ассистент. Сида, ну-ка, против псины работает. Абаш. Сидарион, Кэпси, Сида. Что-то, блин, страшно, если честно. Что за фигня? Что, не могу залезть, что ли? О, почти. Пш. Как так? Ладно, хрен с ними, не будем пока быка тратить. Патронов не так много.
Bring us honor, soldier. You beat that scout to scrap with its own legs? Pulled its optic cables out its head case? Actually, don't tell me. Rather use my imagination. You're a passing fair soldier, I will confess. But you are one, and the enemy is legion. What you need is an equalizer, a weapon to strike fear in their cold, mechanical hearts. Cantina, lavatory, behind one of the toilets. That's where I've kept it hidden all these years.
Буфет, уборная.
Sharp, ain't it? The lavatory is the very last place a mechanical has need to enter.
Ладно, схожу.
On the double, soldier. Don't want the bartender poking around in there with a mop.
Все как бы понятно с тобой. Чувак прорисовывается. Когда я уже к нему подошел. О, исчез. Ну это косяк. Да. Хоп. Техник корпорации. Хоп, его нету. Погода меняется, что ли? Да? Ладно.
Wonder if the plague's ever gonna pass.
Just keep working.
Wonder if the plague is ever gonna pass.
О, уже нормальная погода. Косяк.
Bring us honor, soldier. Feast your eyes, soldier. This here is a genuine Spacer's Choice injury customizing unit, designed to deliver a lethal blast of electrical discharge. I call it the Hand of the Law. You ever want to see a mechanical flailing around like a grounded fish? You stick a couple thousand volts in its guts. With compliments from old Ludwig. There's a workbench right through this door. Attach that unit to your favorite weapon and go forth into glorious battle. Time's come for you to journey down into the black heart of the enemy's camp. I'm talking about the old geothermal plant. Unfortunately, the old plant lies outside my board-given jurisdiction. You'll need to get a passcode from the boss, Reed Thompson. I've been after a passcode for years. Boss said no on account of my gross incompetence with all matters related to security. I need you to get us the brain of a mechanical. Well, not exactly a brain. Anatomically speaking, what we're looking for is a logic module. There's the rub. If a mechanical breaks down, the logic module fries. So you can't rip one out of its corpse. You're gonna have to find an intact model somehow.
I don't reckon so. I work with gears and pistons and such. Stuff you can put hands to. Computers and mechanical brains are outside my ken.
You know, she names the mechanicals she fixes. Calls them Bess and Clancy and so on. You keep a careful eye on her. Could be a sympathizer. Don't tell anyone, all right? I've got a contact. A real expert in the inner workings of the automaton. We are gonna rip those mechanical secrets right out of their circuits. Well, excuse me. What I meant was I'm going to get a contact. Didn't know I had to be all prissy about my grammar around you. If you die horribly, I will pour out a can of 0G to your memory. Go on.
Ладно, хрен с тобой. Это где вообще? Я понял, нам сначала нужно, наверное... Наверное... Да, можем напиться. Оружие доставай. Лучше дальний бой в основном используй.
That was quick.
Нормально. Ладно, пойдем. Там только в другую сторону. Так, а он там нам ничего не дал? Нет, ничего не дал. Тормоза какие-то были. Придер задира. Да, да. Чувствую это. Я думаю, надо загружаться. Вот и первая загрузка. Гаси бронированный чувак. А это сразу откинулось.
Bring us honor, soldier. Feast your eyes, soldier. Yep.
Так. Все, ладно, это пропускаем тогда уж.
You don't.
Все, иди нафиг. Блин, она у меня быстро откинулась, короче. Так, ладно. Где это пошлина? А, мы его не знаем, где находится. А, я понял. Дойдем-ка, короче.
And your rations yet?
Yep. 2 whole.
No problem. I'll head over.
Ух ты. Возьмем. Тебе это уже не понадобится, так что... Думаю, мы их сразу употребим. Плохо.
What can I do for you? You know about Eugene? How? You were probably poking around my things. I really shouldn't leave my letters sitting out in the open. Eugene's golden teeth were a family heirloom, representing 3 generations of poor dental hygiene. He took them to his grave. More than a few. Those teeth were his personal savings. I can't ask Silas to dig up a man's body and pry a few teeth loose from his jaw just to pay my bills. Can I?
Are you asking rhetorically? Because if you're being serious... Ugh, gross.
Desperate measures, Miss Holcomb. Desperate measures. I'm going to have to ask Silas to dig up those teeth. It's the only way I'm paying my gravesite fees. Here you are. Gravesite papers affixed with my signature and an IOU. Eugene was not a suicide. He put a bullet in his brain, yes, but that's largely a technicality. I was the one who prepared Eugene's body for interment. I discovered symptoms of the plague on his corpse, and I discovered medicine in his pocket. Lots of medicine. Eugene overdosed on adrenatime, which is known to cause psychosis and paranoia as possible side effects. The paranoia drove him to take his own life. We can all thank our lucky stars that young Eugene was hopped up on medication and suffered its predictable side effect. I included it all in my official report. I'd like to think I saved Edgewater a great deal of money. We never could have paid the fines associated with a suicide.
Понятно.
Grave digging's a fine profession. Always work to be had, and nary a word of complaint out of your clients. Yeah? What about him? Well, yeah. It's what I'm contractually obligated to do. What's this about? Yeah. Funny thing, Eugene's body ain't where it's supposed to be. The night we was supposed to commend his body to the earth, I had his grave all dug up and ready, right? And so I thought, I'll just rest my eyes a bit. When I woke up, his body was gone. Spirited away, vanished. The footprints nearby suggested that Eugene was stolen by marauders. Or he rose from the dead. Let me know if you find anything. You run into any trouble? Reliable work from a freelancer. That's gonna take some getting used to. And I'll buy you a drink sometime. Oh, suppose you've earned it. One good turn deserves another.
Отлично.
Yeah? The colony ship? Are you talking about that old rumor? Some great big starship packed full of colonists what got lost in the aether never to be found again? Ain't heard that one since I was but a stripling. Can't say it was terribly convincing far as rumors go. There a reason you asking? Hope's just a rumor, friend. Ancient rumor at that. Maybe you've been out in the sun too long. Why don't you head over to the cantina? Get yourself some zero-G brew. It's a brew that's good for what ails you. No, this is sounding like sedition. I'm not too keen on getting clapped in irons because you wouldn't stop running your mouth. Look, I don't know what's got you caterwauling about Hope this and Colony that, but you need to stop, or there's gonna be trouble. Trouble's in the asking. Board don't much care for folk running their mouths, spreading hoaxes and the like. Frankly, neither do I.
Ладно.
Something I can do for you?
Да, все. Что, битков мне насыпали, да? О, теперь водички можно купить. Нормально. Так, ну чё, здесь, значит, завершенные. Нам не нужно. И ты робот. Вот этот, ну. Так, что тут у нас, какие эффекты на нас? Персонаж. Вот. Слабость. Угу. Ладно, пока нормально. Пойдем. Стика Fallout'а сохранена, но больше, наверное, Fallout New Vegas. Такая четко прослеживается. Правда, здесь я смотрю, так воровать можно. В принципе, и идти за это ничего нет. Будет. Главное, чтобы тебя не видели в этот момент. Первобытный тяжеловес, но они сразу нахрен разорвут. Да. Нам не по силам. Evicted. Опа. Заражено, наверное. Да? Да-да-да. Ну-ка. Блин, вот это я не люблю, когда нужно 500 раз в голову попасть, чтобы убить. Это, конечно, бредятина. Что такое? Сюда? Я понял. Штурмовая винтовка, урон 28. Позы тяжелые. Урон 20, 28. Уже отлично. Легкая штурмовая, тяжелая штурмовая, легкая штурмовая в задницу. Брать нахрен. Это что за шлем? Плюсе замков плюс 5. Броня 9. Броня 4. Дали брони. Пойдет. Так, ты как, живая?
Gotcha.
Да все, не надо уже дойти.
Sure.
Ты чё не воевала-то? Блин, винтовка так гораздо круче.
I'm going.
Да все, минись.
Coming back.
А, все, отмена, короче, это вот. Это просто удерживать, я понял. Ладно. А как туда пролезть? Опа. Ух ты. Ничья винтовка. Так, это уже интересно. Чё, дробовик вообще какое-то дерьмо. Вау. Ничего, такая крутая. О, дистанция какая у нее? Тут 2,5 отдача. Дальность поражения. Короче, 300 метров. Нормально. Блин, нам пока туда не надо. Понимаю, будем использовать в основном тактику дальнего боя со снайперки. Так, защита. И это тоже нужно прокачивать. Нужно цену, короче, выставить у торговцев. Базовое сопротивление брони. Это мы вообще прокачивать не будем. Хрена себе, такой порочный чувак. Так, это прокачиваем. Применить, да. Так, разобрать. Порвать. 4 брони. Броня 9. Использую это. Ой, смотри, скафандр. Мало винтовки чуваков были. Снайперка рулит, здесь я смотрю. Серьги. Ты. Ты. Окей. Так, что-то ништяки прям повалились. Из рога изобилия. Так, этот закрытый, так понимаю, да? Слезы держишь. Так, нужно, короче, посмотреть, что в итоге мы уже насобирали. Можно было пройти. Окей. Так, что у нас есть на сухом остатке? Так, это у нас тяжелая броня. Это на стекло минус 5. Броню нужно дать порвать, я так думаю. То у нее там технологии плюс 5. Броня 7. Ой. Брони малый, брони средний, двойка. Так, что из по оружию у нас? 5. 5. Табля часового. Все. Разобрать. Вау. Крутяк. Ни хрена себе. 89, 133. Тотальный эффект оглушения. Ожог. Так-то разобрать. Так, 5 уровень, 5 уровень. Так, тоже. Грубый экзоскелет. Не, мы в тяжелом будем однозначно. Да. Играем, короче. Ладно, зашарим всю эту локацию. это, кстати, тоже пушка плохая в текущем этапе. Дробовик что-то мне показался самым неэффективным на текущий момент, хотя должен наносить максимальный урон, но на самом деле все не очень хорошо с ним. Так, что взяли? 66. 56 пойдет. Прицел, конечно, о май гад. Так. Время уже почти 3 часа. Записываем. Нужно уже заканчивать серию. Сейчас дойдем, наверное, до точки. Будем заканчивать. Блин, тут еще исследовать и исследовать. Много всяких вкусностей может быть. Идет. Городок-то, я смотрю, усох. Конкретно. Уже 800 битов. Пойдет. Блин. Закрытая дверь магнитов. Там она находится, я понял.
I'm ready for this. Down they go.
Ух ты.
Not gonna work.
Так, ты чё не это самое?
Everyone all right?
Ты чё вообще не принимаешь участие? Дальний бой. Режим нападения. Оборона. Пассивно. Как пассивно себя ведет вообще? Да, совсем от города ничего не осталось. И брошено. То прям насыпано конкретно. Чистая водичка. Чего у торговца есть? Вода стоит 32. Можно, кстати. Утоляет голод, но не имеет вкуса. Хорошая штука, но у меня жатвы и так дофига. Револьвер. Легкое оружие. 128. 37 наносит. Интересно. Пить. Ну-ка, а что у меня там шлем-то одет? А, у меня вот этот. 9 брони. Средняя броня. Баллистик. Нормальная тема. Плюс держишь скорость движения. А, наркота. Я понял. Да, логично. На засове. Так. Хватает навыка. Что делать?
I'm going. Everyone all right? Coming.
Так, он уже плюется. Ой, да ладно. Нифига он, блин. Ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой. Так, купим вверх. Сови. Так, ты чё, все? Какого хера ты туда полезла, блин? Да, нужно что-то делать. Так нельзя. Так она вообще не воюет. Падение, оборона. Дальний бой. Дальний бой. Когда стоит оборона, она вообще даже ничего не делает. Просто тупо стоит и все, но это, конечно, беда всех ботов. Бля. Вот не стреляет, ты посмотри, что. Просто тупо не стреляла. Да, боты здесь еще тупее союзные, чем в Fallout, конечно. Это печаль. Так, есть что-нибудь по медицине-то? Что? Да? И нет. Я не понял, сэр. Воды, слабость, жажда. Так, а он не... Да? Стену не... Печально, конечно. Тупо. Что же нападение пусть будет.
Sure, on my way.
Here we go! Don't mess with us! Nice one! We made it! Heading back.
Так, а что с броней? Пишет, что брони кирдык, да? 39. Точно. Так, ну и как нам попасть-то сюда? А, вот. Такие же подносы, как в Клауде. Скальпели. Так, ладно. Где тут наверх нам подняться? Полицейская броня, очень интересно. Картридж с битами.
Nice.
Короче, много всего набрал. Полицейская броня какая-то слабая. Шлем 10. Модифицированная. Кстати, тяжелое оружие плюс 5 не за метность. 5. Забрать и разобрать. Да. Тоже броню тяжелую. Когда на них надето, ничего не изнашивается. Как нехорошо. Игровые условности так себе, на самом деле. Так, окей. Красиво сделано отражение-то. Только что так везде светло, и везде свет горит. Все, можно валить, короче. Так, что-то я уже забыл. А, сюда надо. Книгу из пещеры. А, вот она пещера, я понял. Не ту кнопку нажал. Куда ты летишь-то, господи? Ой. Да уж. Нужно, по-моему, есть нормальный ствол дать. Персонаж. Так. Буду. Можно дать ей револьвер. Так, дальность тоже 25. Где? Где? Че я гоню? Я же могу ей дать снайперку. нужно какой-то перк еще на износ оружия, на уменьшение износа. Следующим. Так, тихо. Будем.
Here we go!
Просто сожрали нахрен. Блин, там нужно выключить эту, блин, кнопку, убрать эту инерцию. Не, на Fallout было АКУ использование. Чилки.
Let's go! Nice one! That's the last of them!
Так, сколько у тебя? Ага. Как-то можно им давать лечение персонажам-то? Что-то не понял. И только ты можешь лечиться.
Something you need? You mean about the mission being too clean? I know, but Vicker says the universe is a machine, that it runs by law. Real machines have gunked up oil, scratches, and worn bits. You can tell they've seen handling, been used by folk. The machine Vicker sees is one ain't never been run. It's not for people to live in. It's something on a museum shelf, under glass. Fixing the universe is a job for somebody way better than the likes of me. Sorry. I know, it's none of my business. Strong drink makes me sick. And it makes me real sad. I start thinking about things I oughtn't, and then... Well, never mind that. You got better things to think on. Sorry. I'm just not everybody, I reckon.
Хорошо. Так, 180 хп у нее было. Ну-ка, восстанавливается. А, все, восстановилось после боя. Так. Я так и думал, что это мина. Блин. Все, ничего, но у меня нет магнитов. У тебя нет магнитов? У меня нету. Короче, магниты здесь самый дефицит, понимаю. Блин. Ладно. Вообще нужно на корабль идти. Корабль идти, сохраняться и заканчивать серию. Ну, в общем, сделал я это уже не за запись, не на запись, соответственно. Следующее начнем, наверное, с корабля. Все.